It's Uchiha that we talking about.
Deep in the dungeons is where I lie. These bars can't hold me, they just fuel my fire. Y'all niggas run one deep just to back up fire. I'm just running with my chop flops and get real tired. Killer in my name, nah, I ain't pissed. My memory a little hazy, so I keep my list of bitches that try my shit for when my blade go hit. A god don't need an army when I am that risk. My whole tactic move dolo, I can't trust in shit. Yeah, I'm a snake in the winter, I still like this bitch.
What's good, Uchiha clan? It's your boy Aries Uchiha. Welcome back to another video. If you enjoy, the song at the beginning, do your boy a favor. Link in the description. Guys, derogatory, every track heat. Go check that out. So, I have learned a couple minutes ago that there's death battle. Madara versus Aizen. We gonna be reacting to it, I guess. So, me, if you don't know about me, let me give you a little, run. My favorite, I know a lot about Madara and I know a lot about Aizen. I'm a Bleach fan, 100%, bro. But Naruto cool too. I just prefer Bleach. I'm not gonna be biased with this one because I love Madara and Aizen equally. But my friend had told me that this was out. I didn't even know it was out. He told me it was out. I made sure he did not spoil me at all, but he insisted that I did not watch it. He said it was that bad. I don't really have any words to describe it, but video pretty long, so I'm gonna stop talking. We gonna get into it. I'm gonna watch the whole video here with y'all, and if I got something to say about anything, trust, I'm gonna say it. So let's go ahead. Hopefully it's not too loud. Hopefully y'all can hear me. Let's get it.
Madara Uchiha, the legendary.
Actually, before I'm gonna pause it. I'm gonna be pausing. So I already know who should win this battle logically, because I know Death Battle as of recent, it's known for, it don't make sense, but I know who should win this battle, and hopefully they will be using the best Madara to use for something like this. I would say personally is, it also depends, either Madara versus Hashirama Madara, Uchiha clan leader Madara, or, because of course, you can't use reanimation Madara. That's cheating. You can't use that one. Maybe Rene Rebirth Madara? Possibly? We'll see.
Messianic shinobi from Naruto.
Sosuke Aizen, the Soul Reaper who stood upon the heavens from Bleach.
We may dream of glory, but these two have the will to power to take it by force and claim a seat among the gods.
They're the biggest, baddest anime bosses around, and not even death can stop them. Ghost versus zombie. Let's go. He's Wiz and I'm Boomstick.
And it's our job to analyze their weapons, armor, and skills to find out who would win a death battle.
I already know who would win. I'm gonna tell y'all after.
Countless dead. A plot to conquer the planet. The ninja world was at war.
For the fourth time, only one man could save humanity from itself, from beyond the grave.
The same man who orchestrated this war in the first place in order to end all wars forever. Madara Uchiha.
From birth, war was the only thing the young Madara knew, and there was no ninja he liked fighting more than Hashirama Senju.
Alright.
Basically ninja Romeo and Juliet.
Belonging to opposing clans, Madara and Hashirama were forced to battle each other for years, all the while dreaming of a better future.
Why does his favorite food matter?
They overcame their clans' differences and the two groups merged, creating the village of Konoha.
But Madara wasn't satisfied with Hashirama's dream of peace through cooperation. He desired an immortal peace through total domination.
Everyone else thought that was crazy, so he bounced, and then he came back to wage war against the village he helped build. Well, that didn't last long, huh?
Madara's megalomania was perhaps faded, considering he is in fact the reincarnation of the demigod Indra Otsutsuki and the inheritor
Correct.
of his immensely powerful chakra.
Basically physical and spiritual energy that makes ninja magic. Madara specializes in fire and wood style jutsus, which just seems irresponsible to put those together, like a gender reveal party waiting to happen.
His wood is especially impressive, considering it's the only style of elemental jutsu that can...
Hold on. Okay, Hashirama. So is this has to be the Madara after, because it says this Madara has Hashirama Cell, so this Madara has to be Rene Rebirth Madara. It's the only one you could actually use, because it says he has Hashirama cells, and the Madara that fought Hashirama did not. That's when he Light Fang. Yeah, so alright. Or is they going straight to 6 pass?
Why are you looking at me like that?
Madara can even use his Gunbai to absorb ninjutsu and return it right back to sender. You know you're a badass when you can take on armies with just a friggin' fan.
Madara has torn apart hordes of ninja without breaking a sweat, taken a beating from every tailed beast at once, and even defeated the 5 Kage, some of the strongest shinobi in the world.
He couldn't die though at that point.
Needed to be fast enough to move at light speed, and even weaker ninja like Orochimaru have dodged literal photon beams.
But Madara's greatest tool is the one born from his very bloodline, the eternal Mangekyo Sharingan. These magical eyes massively enhance his perception down to the cellular level, allowing him to predict movements, see the flow of chakra, and summon the mighty perfect Susanoo.
The Sharingan can also cast a
Alright.
ninjutsu that'll trap anyone that looks at it in an illusion, and even break them out of those same illusions.
In Sasuke's case, even ones as strong as Itachi Tsukuyomi, which can warp your perception of time. Itachi used it on a fellow Uchiha and made her live out her entire life in the span of 1/100th of 1/1000th of 1/1,000,000th of a second.
And when she died in the illusion, she died for real. If Sasuke could break out of it, Madara could too, easily.
And after grafting some of Hashirama's cells onto himself, he
Would always have a piece of his Romeo inside him.
Alright.
This is my ship, Wiz. Stop looking at me like that.
He not only gained a healing factor strong enough to regenerate from having half his body vaporized, but also the terrifying Rinnegan.
AKA the big chungus of all eye magic. The ringy eyes let Madara absorb chakra and ninjutsu, create invisible limbo clones, see and remove your soul from your body, and summon giant-ass meteors, as if he needed any more fucking powers.
While the Rinnegan lacks some of the Sharingan's unique abilities, he can switch between them at will.
After tearing the ninja world a new asshole, Madara was finally defeated in a climactic battle for the ages by his BFF, and thus the life of a legendary shinobi came to an end in the arms of his one true love.
Now, even though Madara has the Rinnegan, he has not shown the abilities, but yeah, it was right. He should be able to do those same abilities with each of the 6 paths, but he has not shown that ability, so I don't know if it would be fair to allow him to do that, because you would think, like, if he really, I mean, but Madara does like to fight too. He wouldn't just pull somebody's soul out their body. He enjoys the battle. He said that many a time. So even though he can, he certainly would not. So I hope he doesn't in this fight.
Alright, this is gonna get pretty crazy, but just bear with me. Fearing a defeat in battle, Madara set a time-delayed jutsu that would posthumously rewrite reality and bring him back to life. And it worked! So Madara tricked another Uchiha, Obito, into witnessing his best friend murdering his other best friend. Then he tasked Obito with manipulating the world into another war. Meanwhile, he gave his own Rinnegan to Nagato with the goal of getting it back after he was brought back to life the second time with the outer path because he died again. Make sense?
Ah, that'll never work.
You're right, it didn't! So Obito went out and got the Rinnegan back from Nagato's corpse, because he died. Then Kabuto brought Madara back to life, and he got his eyes back from Obito after some backstabbing. Then he sealed the awakened Ten Tails within himself in order to gain ultimate power and create the world's greatest nap time ever!
Look what you people have done to him. You'd think Ten Tails' power would be awesome, but those stinky 8 balls of doom are so lame.
Don't let their size fool you. These truth-seeking orbs are in another league. The Ten Tails is strong enough to wipe continents off the map, and the orbs can be shaped into weapons that will completely disintegrate anything they come into contact with. Not even ninja resurrected through Edo Tensei like Minato could regenerate limbs lost to the truth-seeking orbs, which means they had to erase his literal spirit itself.
Madara's power was so insane, he was considered comparable to the original Sage of Six Paths, the dude who helped create the frickin' moon.
And when Madara created meteors, they were large enough to show up against the curvature of the Earth. Measuring their size and estimating the height at which Madara lifted them, they'd have to possess a potential energy of at least 372 petatons of TNT.
He was even fast enough to keep up with 8 Gates Guy, who kicked hard enough to bend space. Madara even has an attack where he hawks light speed loogies.
Bang of light.
Madara has displayed speeds on par with Light Timing Ninja. We know Ten Tails Madara would have to be significantly faster thanks to the Ten Tails' power.
With virtually no one left to oppose him, Madara's plot was finally in the endgame. He awakened the Rin Sharingan, and with the God Tree summon,
Some of the giant forced around the world. Alright, created the Valley of Ending Battle. Yeah. Dared an assault from every tail beast at once. Alright. Fought Hashirama for 24 hours straight. True. Survive Night Guy, which can bend space. Alright. Match stage of 6 Paths Naruto and Sasuke. Defeated the tailed beast. 5 Kage, Might Guy, Hashirama. Alright. I'm just making sure that the feats they gotta be crisp, alright? I'm just making sure there ain't nothing.
All of humanity in an endless dream world free of conflict forever. Peace through total domination.
Manipulating this tree with his chakra would have involved physically spreading its roots through and around the entire Earth in mere moments. Estimating the tree's mass and the speed at which the roots were moved, his chakra must have released an energy exceeding 1 yotaton of TNT.
And this was with just 1 jutsu. Is there a character that could possibly even touch Madara Uchiha?
Kishimoto himself didn't even know. Madara's power was so overwhelming, the only thing that could take him down was treachery.
Even the man with the magic eyes couldn't see that coming.
All that was left was his old friend Hashirama, there to comfort him in his final moments.
Just like Romeo and Juliet, or never was there a story of more woe than this of Hashirama and his Madabro. I read it in iambic pentameter.
Is there a gas leak in here?
Now the real fun begins.
Alright.
The Soul Society was in chaos. One of its leading Shinigami was set to be executed under suspicious circumstances. A band of humans from the living world had invaded to save her, and Sosuke Aizen, captain of the 5th Division of the Gotei 13, was dead. Murdered.
What dastardly mastermind could have been behind all this? He'd have to be a galaxy-brained 5D chess master.
The man responsible was, in fact, Sosuke Aizen.
Little is known about the man's past, only that he isn't a man, a human man, but a soul reaper.
These Shinigami are spiritual beings who ferry lost souls to the afterlife and purify those who have turned evil in the living world.
They're badass anime wizard Grim Reaper swordsmen. Though Aizen himself was hardly that cool. I mean, just look at those glasses. Dork.
But this Clark Kent was harboring a secret.
Them glasses was
Spent
heat.
years attempting to develop the means to ultimate power, ruining the lives of many of his colleagues via his twisted experiments.
I don't care what nobody say. Aizen, don't matter how he looked heat. With them glasses, he was fire. When he first took them off, pushed his hair back, fire. Even now, in the Blood War, fire, bro. Just had to get that out.
Aizen does it, he's a super villain, but when you do it to me, it's shut the hell up, Boomstick. You're under NDA, and I know about the stuff you've done.
As a Shinigami, Aizen's body is made of Reishi, being spirit matter, and empowered by Raryoku, being spirit energy. Entities made of reishi are completely invisible to anyone without specific supernatural awareness, though a Shinigami's body is still tangible and can be damaged normally.
And with his Rei-Ryoku energy, Aizen can create incredibly powerful blasts. He's so strong, weaker beings will literally disintegrate if they get too close to him.
This is due to his Reiatsu, a localized spiritual pressure exerted as a result of his enormous power.
He also knows tons of Kido, or spells. He can create force fields, bend the light around him to make him impossible to detect, fire concentrated bolts of lightning, and absorb the energy from his surroundings to make giant-ass energy dragons.
Perhaps his deadliest Kido is Kurohitsugi. After an extensive incantation, Aizen surrounds his target in an enormous black coffin that distorts space and time and tears its victims apart.
Aizen's plotting finally came to fruition during the invasion of the Soul Society, where he faked his death using his greatest weapon, his Zanpakuto, Kyoka Suigetsu.
A Shinigami Zanpakuto is a magical sword that possesses a sentient spirit. Kyoka Suigetsu gives Aizen complete control over his victim's senses the instant they lay eyes on the sword. This complete hypnosis traps its victims in a nearly perfect illusion that Aizen can manipulate at will, making himself virtually immune to attacks while his opponents are sitting ducks.
Me personally,
Wrong that it kept a group of ex-Soul Reapers known as the Visored trapped for over 100 years without them even knowing it. It's one of
I wouldn't say nearly perfect. Like, no, I mean, when it comes to Kyoka Suigetsu, has there actually ever been any weakness shown? I don't think there is. As far as I remember, it was complete. It was a complete perfect hypnosis, but I guess if it can be broken, it's not perfect. But it wasn't really broken though, so you can't say that it wasn't perfect.
the most broken powers ever and the definition of anime bullshit.
But it was all worth it when he perfected his ultimate creation, the Hogyoku, an immensely powerful reality-warping device that, quote, materializes the user's wishes.
In Aizen's case, it realized his desire to become the strongest being in the universe. With it, he can heal any of his wounds, even when
It also realized his desire to lose to Ichigo.
It exponentially increases his power over time through evolution by turning him into a horrifying butterfly monster man.
A being eventually strong enough to dethrone and replace the Soul King, the deity that controls the cosmic balance. Even a minor disruption to the Soul King's influence led to the three worlds of Earth, the Soul Society, and Hueco Mundo to start physically collapsing.
That's not you what?
The Soul King has to be outputting enough energy to hold all these places together at all times.
Considering each should be roughly the same size, this would require an energy of over 140 zetatons of TNT.
That don't look like you what? Why are they measuring by TNT? I find that weird.
His casual energy blasts can disintegrate huge chunks of the earth, and he can take on armies with just his Reiatsu alone.
He even defeated the rest of the Gote 13 without so much as breaking a sweat.
So he should be way stronger than Soul Society heavy hitters like Kenpachi, who sliced this 120-kilometer wide asteroid to pieces.
That's roughly the width of Great Britain. An asteroid of this size would have to carry a kinetic energy of at least 44 petatons of TNT.
And Aizen was so badass, he literally transcended other Shinigami in power. He was in a whole other dimension from the rest of them.
Until he fought Ichigo Kurosaki.
The battle we've all been waiting for. Way before this in the Soul Society arc, Ichigo was already as fast as lightning. And by this point, after all his power boosts, he'd even be faster than light. Hell, even your character.
Now, real quick, let me say something. Oh, alright, we're more than halfway through the video, so I'm assuming the fight gotta start soon. But I will say that Aizen did want to lose to Ichigo, so the Hogyoku, you know, that was Aizen's will. He wanted to lose inside, so the Hogyoku made it a reality. You know, wasn't necessarily bad.
Though their fight was epic, Ichigo had transcended the Shinigami as well, and even Aizen himself. Feeding upon his insecurities, the Hogyoku abandoned Aizen, who was defeated and imprisoned within the bottommost level of the Soul Society's prison. Aizen was left alone. His great power he sacrificed so much to achieve was gone forever.
No?
Or was it?
Okay.
Somehow he ended up getting even stronger than before. But What made him so strong? Could it be the chair?
It's not the chair. It could theoretically be due to the chair's restraints keeping his Reiatsu from properly releasing, building it up within him until he was stronger in base than he was at his previous max.
Nah, it's definitely the chair. And, since the chair could still hold him after he got stronger, wouldn't that make it even stronger than him? Even stronger than the Soul King?
The whole Yoku
Hail
too.
the mighty Chair-sama, most powerful being in all of Bleach. He even managed to hold his own against the Quincy warlord Uchiha, who absorbed the power of the Soul King himself. He even used Kyoka Suigetsu to trick him, and Yuha's a dude who can literally see every possible future all at the same time. All according to Keikaku, bitches!
Yeah, your walk was a little broken.
Gods themselves, Aizen returned to captivity and pondered the meaning of his existence.
Even trapped in a prison, sealed off in a different dimension with a 20,000-year sentence, he remains the most dangerous being in the world.
Who knows what schemes are brewing behind those cold, calculating eyes? No compassion, no empathy, only the drive for power.
No one has ever stood at the top. Neither you nor me. From now on, I alone will stand at the top.
All right, the combatants are set. We've run the
Now, the end of Bleach, it was rushed. We all know. Everybody and their mama know it was rushed.
Check out Blue Chew.
This episode is brought to you by
Fuck Shonen for that. They should have let Kubo just keep going at the speed he was going so he could properly finish it.
same active ingredients as
But,
Cialis in chewable tablet form to your door.
Yep, and did we mention you get Blue Chew's tablets?
your walk, he was broken. But you know, Ichigo and Aizen, they were smart enough to outthink him basically. Why he?
You can see me.
I can see everything.
Did you see that?
I already don't like this dialogue. Hold on, we're already gonna pause it here. Now, one thing I already don't like, I've noticed this Madara is reanimation release Madara. I don't like that. Why is he reanimated? This it's not fair, period. Like, now I did say earlier that I was going to tell you who should win. I'm going to wait till the very end of this fight. But still, already, one, why did Aizen have his glasses at the beginning? He ain't have them no more. Two, if you're talking about the power of 1,000-year Blood War Aizen and 6 Paths Madara, why are you not just using 6 Paths Madara and 1,000-year Blood War Aizen? This is not Blood War Aizen, so he should not be doing anything that Blood War Aizen did. I'm just making that clear. Same with reanimated Madara, because this is not Rene Rebirth Madara. This is reanimation.
I would expect nothing more from a human.
This dialogue it's not it.
Mere parlor tricks. Don't get so full of yourself.
Second ago, Aizen had his glasses. He shouldn't have the Hogyoku inside of him right now. At the beginning, at the beginning, Aizen had his glasses. So that means that this is not fused Hoyoku Aizen. This is before that. The Hoyoku's still in Rukia at this point. Sure. It's already nonsensical, but let's sure. Nope. No. Madara can't do that. Period. Period. And I'm bullshit. Now, I love Madara just as the next person. I love Madara just as much as I'm gonna keep it even with y'all. I'm gonna keep it 150. Madara absorbed the divine tree, which was, you know, in the Ten Tails, basically. He absorbed the divine tree, and that's how he became the Sage of the Six Paths. He didn't just go from, I'm reanimated. Oh, nah, now I'm alive again, and I have six paths. That's not what happened. Same with Aizen, what they did there. Aizen at the beginning had his glasses. He did not have the Hogyoku inside of him. So, this was, if he had his glasses, this was before he betrayed society, and because of that, he should not be in the form he is now. Madara was reanimated. Madara should not be in this form. The fight, it don't even matter now. And since this fight no longer matters, I'm going to tell y'all that in a normal fight, Aizen would beat Madara. See, Madara got the type. Now, of course, there's more than just illusions, but if we're talking illusions, genjutsu, if you think about it, the Sharingan can be countered. The Sharingan is the type of illusion that if you got another Sharingan as strong as that one, it can break it. Just like how Sasuke broke Tsukuyomi. You know, there's been other people that's broken genjutsus stronger than Tsukuyomi, bro. Like, think about it. The what's it called? Shit. The infinite Tsukuyomi was broke. This fight don't even matter, but Aizen would win, no doubt. I'm just letting y'all know this now. This ain't an accurate fight. This really just fan service at this point. And there ain't nothing wrong with a little fan service, but make the fan service accurate. It's not. Susanoo ain't that fast. This is, I can't really say anything more about it. It's inaccurate. He didn't do that yet. This is not Blood War Aizen. He hasn't shown the ability to be able to do that. That's all I gotta say about that.
You almost had me there, you tricky bastard. Nothing escapes my illusions, human. Know your place. beautiful dance.
All right, no. Real quick, let me just say something. The Sharingan, it is powerful. I will give it that. But there is no way in hell that the Sharingan would see through Kyoka Suigetsu. Period. It is not that strong. Now, I'm not downplaying the Sharingan, bro. Uchiha clan all day. Y'all know me. But it's not happening. Not in a million years. Not ever. Well, and of course, yes, the dialogue, it was cringe. It was like, oh yeah, cool. Remember when he said this? Sure, whatever. And what it was stupid anyway. But yeah, Madara, and also keep in mind that under circumstances like this, of course, I mean not Madara, Aizen still has the Hogyoku inside of him. Aizen cannot die and is immortal because of that fact. That didn't make any type of sense. Let me see, do they got any reason?
Of course Madara won! He fake died twice for his 5D chess plan, while Aizen only fake died once.
Aizen and Madara were extremely evenly matched in raw power and speed.
No.
By our calculations, Madara spreading the God Tree's roots with his chakra was about 7 times more powerful than the best that Aizen could scale to with his rare Yoku.
Why? It's stupid. Now I've heard that death battle. Most of the like I know I used to watch a death battle, and with some of like the old stuff, I was thinking like, all right, yeah, it kind of makes sense. I haven't watched death battle in forever. This fight, I don't approve of it. You're talking about feats and all this shit, but then, like for example, they was talking about 6 paths Madara, and then one, you should have started him off in 6 paths. You talking about Blood War Aizen? Start him off in Blood War. It's as simple as that. You can't talk about one version of a character and then use a completely different version of that character. They didn't even use Blood War Aizen. Sure, they had him use the Hado 99, which don't make sense because, you know, that Aizen didn't do it yet. But Aizen was way stronger, bro. You can't do that. It's no.
And both ended up being roughly as fast as each other.
While there are a range of possible feats and numbers to go with to determine their limits, the point is they're always going to be close to even.
No.
The main thing that mattered here were their powers and how they countered each other. Madara's enormous variety of abilities eventually overwhelmed Aizen.
Well, so
You mean the enormous amount of abilities that you didn't have him use? Like, Madara has so much. Like, Madara would have lost anyway, but Madara has so much in his bag that you did not have him utilize. Like, we haven't seen Madara use. Actually, no. He did. He got Izanagi, Izanami, all the other shit, bro. The Yasuka. I don't think I saw the Yasuka there anywhere in that fight, bro. But y'all know what I'm saying. He got so much that he didn't use in this fight. Like, but still, no, the Sharingan, it can't see through something as it can't see through Kyoka Suigetsu, period.
Reapers like Aizen may be invisible to regular people. The Rinnegan allowed Madara to see invisible spiritual beings like his own Limbo clones. Hell, the Rinnegan lets you see and remove human souls, and that's exactly what a Soul Reaper is.
Both chakra and Raryoku utilize spirit energy and operated in similar ways, being formed into attacks like ninjutsu and kido. That meant that Madara's ability to absorb ninjutsu allowed him to nullify the vast majority of Aizen's range attacks, and even dispel his force fields.
And despite
Let me think. Now, everything Aizen has, I wouldn't. Now, because you have to think about it like this. He is able. It's been shown with the Rinnegan that it's used to absorb specifically ninjutsu. Now, of course, chakra, spiritual pressure, they're in the same field, right? But even though they all use chakra, it's not like the Rinnegan absorbs ninjutsu. It can absorb senjutsu too, but it's mainly, you know, the Rinnegan's counter is senjutsu for the most part. We got that, right? So just think about it. If the Rinnegan absorbs ninjutsu and Kido, Hado, Bakudo is not ninjutsu, how he absorbing it? That's the thing. He can't. It's already mistaken. This battle, it already doesn't make any sense. And even if he could, like, Kyoka Suigetsu has enough power to basically nullify anything he does. Everything that Madara thinks that he did in that battle, it was all just a big illusion, and none of it ever really happened.
how OP Aizen's complete hypnosis was, Sharingan users can break out of illusions no sweat. Even one.
Sharingan users can break out of illusions that are weaker. Now, I don't know what type of dick they smoking, but the Sharingan, even EMS, it's not nearly as strong as Kyoka Suigetsu. Now, if you disagree with me, tell me why, because I want to know what kind of dick you smoking too, because it's something strong. It's
As powerful as Itachi's Tsukuyomi, and since Madara can switch between the Rinnegan and the Sharingan at will, he'd be able to break out of an illusion anytime he wanted.
Aizen's illusions
No.
are nearly perfect, but fellow Captain Unohana was able to subconsciously notice its flaws. With an eye as perceptive as the Sharingan, which can spot imperfections in genjutsus all the time, it was only inevitable that Madara would be able to quickly break out.
However, the same couldn't be said for Aizen, who never showed any resistance to the kind of mental illusions Madara can create.
Even setting illusions aside,
they have tried. Y'all stupid. That's all I can say. People have tried to fight back against Aizen with the same type of illusions that he uses. Well, of course, you can't get up to the point where Kyoka Suigetsu was, but the bottom line is, other people have tried to fight against Aizen with illusions. And you remember how Madara, I mean not Madara, y'all remember that fight with Shinji, when in reality he was just playing around with him, and he figured out how to how his body had worked in a few seconds. Really, he was just playing with Shinji, and he let him know after he beat him that, bro, you did reverse my shit, but it wasn't nothing to me. I got Kyoka Suigetsu. It ain't gonna do nothing really.
Aside, the sheer quantity of offensive options at Madara's disposal, whether it be his clones, meteors, or monsters summoned by the Rinnegan, kept Aizen constantly on the back foot.
But none of that mattered if they couldn't kill each other, and both had pretty insane healing factors that could recover from just about anything, except for those pesky 8 balls of doom.
Madara's truth-seeking orbs were capable of completely molecularly annihilating spiritual beings and preventing them from regenerating. And again, Aizen was a spiritual being.
Since Aizen lacked the ability to do the same irreversible damage to Madara, the ghost of the Uchiha had exactly what he needed to put this actual ghost down for good.
Aizen was an unbelievably overpowered foe, but Madara's own powers, illusions, and devastating truth-seeking orbs allowed him to crush the ex-Shinigami.
Sosuke should have kept his Aizen the prize. And,
Do you feel any shame at all?
moderately. Ha! Double pun. Suck it, Wiz.
The winner is Madara Uchiha.
It's all I can't really. Y'all know how I feel about this. I've already given my opinion. It's, you know, just straight up bullshit, but I was giving my opinion. Y'all know how I feel. Y'all know how it's so. I don't even have any words for the stupidity of this battle. And I promise you, I'm not being biased. I've said this many times. I got people that are vouch for me. I love Aizen and Madara equally as characters. They're my favorite characters from their respective shows. I know a lot about both of them. And honestly, the Kyoga Soy gets too sure. You could say that, oh, he got Trucigo orbs, blah blah blah. But the thing is, he would never be able to actually hit Aizen with the Kyoga Soy Getsu. Like, do you really think Aizen is? Bro, just think about when he fought Yawak. Aizen wouldn't get hit by those Trucigo orbs. He wouldn't allow himself to be put in that kind of danger, even if he didn't know what the Trucigo orbs did. And how would he? He wouldn't let it hit him just to, oh, let me see what this does. No, he's going to avoid it, and even if he does get hit, guess what? He isn't going to get hit, because most of the time what he'll do, Kyoga Soy Getsu, hey, guess what? You thought you was fighting me. It wasn't really me. It was just my sword you was fighting. And plus, you know, he has the Hogyoku. That's one thing you're forgetting. He has the Hogyoku. Even if you erase something, bro, his will. He literally cannot die. He can't be erased. Even if the Trucigo orb was to erase part of him, he has the Hogyoku. That's all I can say, though. If y'all enjoyed this video, please hit the like, subscribe if you're new to my channel for more content. If you want me to react to something else, I guess, you know, put it down. You know, I play games, you know, I make music. Description, if you know my album, God's Derogatory. That's it. I'm out, bro. Peace.